Welcome everybody to Sheldon, Iowa here. Gabe Fuller with Fuller Digital Solutions on behalf of NCC as we have our first game for the women's soccer on a beautiful, gorgeous, kind of balmy day. We got I think 86 degrees right now, which a little bit warmer than on the turf field, but both teams here warmed up, looking like they're ready to go. We're about 2 minutes here before we'll start our starting lineups along with our national anthem. And then we'll get right into some awesome soccer action as Central Community College comes to town. The Raiders from Columbus, Nebraska, coming in, taking on your NCC Thunder for their first game of their season. We'll be back right after this. You're watching NCC Soccer.
The instructors here are really nice. The way they teach here is different than a few other colleges as well. We have outside cars, so not just a bunch of trainer cars that everybody works on and you kind of know what's wrong with them already. So we have to go through the full steps of diagnostics and find out what the problem is, and then we fix it.
The heavy equipment program here at NCC is unique in that we actually go out and do real-world jobs. Students get hands-on time with the equipment. We cover the maintenance as well as the operation of the equipment, and then we go into the estimating side of things.
I chose NCC because they have a nice welding program, their building is fairly new, they make it very easy to just jump in and learn. Coming into welding, I had no experience, so this program and this NCC seems like a good place to start.
We have very good instructors here. They're all well qualified. The courses are going to be the same if you get them here. Difference is it's going to cost you a lot less money. Then we have agreements with lots of other universities, about 40 of them, and that allows them to transfer all their credits.
And welcome back here. Just getting ready to, everybody's clearing the field here. We'll be ready for starting lineups in the next minute or so here, half minute. Once again, Central Community College Raiders coming to town out of Columbus to take on your NCC Thunder. The Thunder very excited here to get things going in their inaugural season as they host a very good Central Community College Raider team. Got a great crowd here so far as they keep piling in at Sheldon Stadium. Field looks awesome. A lot of excitement and buzz going on today, so thank you everybody for joining us on our live stream. And there's the horn here, is gearing up here as your NCC girls take this field.
Nebraska, and your NCC Thunder. Today is a historic day as it marks the first ever soccer game for Northwest Iowa Community College. We want to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who played a role in making this soccer and NCC a reality, including NCC's Board of Trustees, NCC's Foundation Board, the City of Sheldon, the Sheldon Community School District, our donors, sponsors, and so many, many more. Thank you for making this possible. Athletes, coaches, and all spectators have a role in fostering a positive environment by respecting the rules, supporting our teams with enthusiasm, and treating the opponents and officials with dignity. Contribute to the spirit of competition that makes college athletics special. Let's remember that the true measure of success is not how we participate in the game. Together, let's ensure that our community college athletic events are enjoyable and a respectful experience for everyone involved. Now let's introduce the starters for each team. For Central Community College Raiders, with number 00, Jess Quintero. 4, Kiera Arms. 5, Lennon Graves. 9, Ruby Macias. 12, Lily Krajewski. 13, Lois Taylor. 18, Layla Russell. 21, Leah Cordier. 24, Talia Gisoni. 27, Egan Clark. And 28, Olivia Hines. For your NCC Thunder. Number 1, Mariah Garcia. Number 2, your team captain, Jenna Kriminitz. Number 3, Carolyn Hutchinson. Number 6, Maya Fiera. Number 8, Carla Ivette. Number 9, Bailey Boyle. Number 10, Maya Seymour. Number 13, Anna Rea. Number 15, Dora Burdan. Number 17, Sophia Schwecker. Number 19, Alana Brazil. Will everyone please rise, face the flag for the singing of our national anthem by Linda Goody.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I chose the NCC CNA course because I just really liked the instructors and the entire NCC community, how welcoming everybody is, and I was able to take it in high school and get it done before I started college.
The new facility here at NCC has been great. You've got every tool you can think of. You're never struggling to find something. Just the facility as a whole has been awesome. It makes the learning a lot more interesting and a lot more hands-on, and it's just been great.
Probably the biggest thing that we do a little bit different than a lot of schools is the live work side of the work. So when we teach our students, we actually, if you look around the shop and see what they're working on, In most cases, it's a customer car, and so they get real-world application.
Our engineering design program is basically drawing components, manufacturing of the components, and then we get into the inspection of the components. So they got to create it, make it, and inspect it just as they would in industry.
And welcome back as we're just ready to kick off here, as NCC is just about to break their huddle for their inaugural season. The Thunder going to get the opening kickoff here. The officials already Maria Garcia. And we're off. Maria Garcia going to be doing the goalkeeping here for your Thunder. And it's just going to be a little bit too far here and go outside. It's going to be CCC ball. Layla throwing it in for the Raiders. That one's going to be headed out of bounds. We're going to get to do it again. Oh, excuse me. Let me get that clock right for everybody here. There's the throw in. Going to be controlled by the Raiders, but defended nicely. Cross in, nobody home. Cleanly scooped up by Maria. Raiders going to play this one back and kind of reset. All the way to Jenna, the goalminder for the Raiders. Crossed in nicely by the Raiders. What a save! Another shot and another save, and it's going to be cleared out. Not all the way out. The shot on goal by CCC does go in at the 43-minute mark. We'll get that goal score here for you in a minute by the Raiders. The Thunder doing a pretty good job there. Two great saves by Maria. Just not able to get the rebounds out of play and reset. And the Raiders take advantage and go up early here, 1-0. Some big speed by the Raiders, number 13, I believe. It's going to make it 2-0 here by Yuki. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing. So just about a minute later here, the Raiders make it a 2-0 ball game. So definitely not the start we wanted here for the Thunder, but if you're the Thunder coach here, all you got to do, shake those two off, and as any good coach will tell you, it just takes one to get right back into this thing. Just a bit out of the reach there. And the deep ball in. Going to be a little bit long here. But able to track that. Oh, no. That is going to go out. It's going to be a goal kick for the Thunder. Long strike is going to go off her hands on a hard bounce. And that is going to go in for the third goal here at the 40-minute mark in the first half. Puts the Raiders up 3-0. Thanks everybody for joining us here as this is the Thunder's historic season here. Is the first time NCC has athletic soccer for the women. Be sure to check them out online if you're looking to maybe get into some college athletics, along with some great programs, both in-house and from your home. Get that clock wound up here for you. We're at 40 minutes and 57 seconds left here in the opening half. As soon as we get that down, we'll get that clock up here on the scoreboard for you. That one's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder, throw in for the Raiders. Oh, what a great save coming out. Maria Garcia to meet that one and deflect it out of bounds. I think it's going to be a corner kick here. It will be, but very nice aggression there from Maria Garcia. You know, after letting 3 in here, not slowing down at all. The Raiders with the first corner kick of the game. This will be the first set piece. Hand goes up. Cross comes in. Really nice cross. It's going to go all the way through. Shot on goal is going to be deflected out of bounds. We're going to do it again on the other side. It'll be Raiders corner kick. Corner kick is going to be booted by the Thunder, so a nice clear there. First one to the ball for CCC. A nice interception by your captain for the Thunder. They had some numbers, just a little bit too tough of a first touch. It does go out of bounds. It's going to be Thunder throw-in. That one's going to be tipped right back out of bounds by the Raiders. We're going to throw it back in here from Dora. That one's going to go out of bounds. Just a little bit too much of a hard first touch there by your captain, Jenna. Going to go over to Raiders. And she's going to She's going to psych me out and go forward there. If you're NCC, you're not worrying about the scoreboard right now. You're just trying to get your set pieces going, get a little bit of control of the ball here. You've got first game jitters, and then you've got inaugural season in the first game of the history of the school jitters. So the girls coming out here seeing the trail 3-0, but just need to compose and get some possession time, and a great hustle back on defense there for the Thunder. Sorry, excuse me. And that one's going to go out of bounds for Thunder ball. I believe here, join us at halftime, we're going to be talking with President Dr. John Hartog. And we're going to talk about some different things going on here at NCC, along with how everything came to fruition to get soccer into NCC. Now that one's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Raiders ball. Going to go backwards a little bit here. We'll play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. She's going to center it up midfield. It's going to hop around a little bit. Great aggression there by the Thunder. And they are going to get the turnover. But they're going to give it back. The Raiders really quick on the ball here. That one is going to be tipped in. I'm sorry, I didn't quite see that one, but that is going to be tipped in for goal number 4 for the Raiders. At the 35-minute mark of the first half, going to put the Raiders up 4-0. Men's action coming up after this game. Right here on the same YouTube channel. It is a different broadcast, a different link. So be sure to find that one as well. Thank you everybody for joining us today. Here in Sheldon, the field looks amazing on a pretty clear day. A little bit of clouds, just the thin whispering ones. That's going to be a hard challenge, but it looks like all ball right in front of the ref. He's going to say, play on. And there's the ninth feed. Just a little bit out of the reach. There's a Raider goaltender able to clear that one, but not completely out yet. We're going to be shot on goal just outside here. We're going to get a Thunder goal kick. That one's going to go out, last touch by the Thunder. Layla with the throw in for the Raiders. We're going to have a hard challenge there for our first foul of the game. So Raiders with the possession. Some great defense there by Elena. But I think the ball did go out of bounds. It's going to be Raiders ball. Oh, excuse me, they're going to call that one a foul. So it will be a free kick right on the boundary line there for the Raiders. Strong breeze at the Raider kicker back here. Cross in. It's going to get through, and it's going to harmlessly go out of bounds. Look like it will be a goal kick. Yep, it will be a goal kick for the Thunder. We got 30 minutes left here in the opening half. Nice move by the Thunder winger, midfielder. She's going to send it forward, and great hustle here by the Thunder. That's Sophia, but it is going to get kicked away there by the Raiders. Really nice touch by Sophia, the freshman from Cambridge. Really good effort there by the Thunder. Is about one step away from breaking that loose. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Will be another, excuse me, official's going to say that last touch by the Raiders going to be a Thunder throw-in. I believe we have our first substitution of the day. We sure do. That's going to be number 7, Teresa, coming in for Sophia. That's going to go out of bounds. CCC throw in. Raiders kind of jumped out quickly in this game with back-to-back goals, making it 2-0 in a matter of a few minutes at the 43 mark, so a couple minutes into the game. And then they've been able to add a few more here as the Thunder just kind of trying to regroup here. Nice interception there. The ball forward. Just a little bit too far here. But some good hustle by the Thunder. Open, that's going to shoot. They are going to call that one offsides. I was going to say she was a little too wide open, if you ask me. It is a hot one here in the first game. I believe we're going to have our first sign of cramps. It's cramping up there. We're going to stop the clock here for an injury on the field. I believe that's Elena from Jordan, Minnesota, the freshman. And again, it's hot out there, and you know, you practice, but this heat and game time, it's just, you know, it's a hard thing to make sure you stay loose and not get those cramps. Hydration. The secret I always heard was pickle juice helps. So, get back in it here. It is going to be NCC kick, as it was a Raiders offsides. Dora with the free kick here for the Thunder. She's going to send it up to the forwards. Just a little bit out of the reach there, as the Raiders the first one to the ball. Going to have the first foul on the Raiders. It's going to be Thunder's free kick here, as Dora's going to take it for the Thunder. Showing signs in Raiders territory here. The send-in is just going to be a little bit out of the reach, as the Raiders goaltender Jenna is going to fall down on it and let everybody kind of get to their feet, to their spots. They're going to set things up here. Not quite midway here through the first half. Things have kind of settled in a little bit. That ball forward. Great hustle there by Dora for the Thunder. Kicking it back to the goaltender. She's going to go right back. Nice move, kind of going into the middle of the field. Send it out wide. That one's going to go off Maya, and it will be Raider ball. Yes. Offsides by the Raiders. So the Thunder defending crew able to draw a few offsides penalty here. And I've kind of said it a few times here, is it looks like NCC's kind of settling into the game a little bit. Maybe getting over those first game jitters. That's going to be last touch by the Raiders. Let's see the field judge. There you go. Yep. Thunder throwing. Nice defense there from the Thunder, but the Raiders able to control the ball once again. Tried for a little give and go. Good foot there by the Thunder defender. Right in front of the referee here. It's going to be a foul on the Raiders, so everybody's pushing forward for the Thunder. That's going to be a foul on NCC. So free kick here for the Raiders. As we're nearing about halfway for the first half. That one's going to be called offsides. Maria kind of, it might be offsides, it might be a foul. Maria might have taken a foot to the leg. She's able to hop up. Hopefully shake that one off. Yep, that is going to be a handball on the Thunder. I thought it had a weird bounce. So handball. As the Raiders going to have another free kick with a set piece, excuse me. As the clock's winding down, 23 minutes left here in the opening half, not including any stoppage time. I'm going to play a little floater in. It does get through to the Raiders, but that one is going to get touched out of bounds. Goal kick for NCC. And just a reminder, at halftime, going to be joined with the president of NCC, Dr. John Hartog. We'll just be talking all things NCC. So be sure to stick around and join us for that. We're going to take a hard bounce off that turf. Will be a Thunder throw-in. I believe we're going to have, excuse me, a water break here. So a water break. We'll be back right after this. You're watching NCC Soccer.
The instructors here are really nice. The way they teach here is different than a few other colleges as well. We have outside cars, so not just a bunch of trainer cars that everybody works on, and you kind of know what's wrong with them already. So we have to go through the full steps of diagnostics and find out what the problem is, and then we fix it.
The heavy equipment program here at NCC is unique in that we actually go out and do real-world jobs. Students get hands-on time with the equipment. We cover the maintenance as well as the operation of the equipment, and then we go into the estimating side of things.
I chose NCC because they have a nice welding program, their building is fairly new, they make it very easy to just jump in and learn. Coming into welding, I had no experience, so this program and this NCC seems like a good place to start.
We have very good instructors here. They're all well qualified. The courses are going to be the same if you get them here. Difference is it's going to cost you a lot less money. Then we have agreements with lots of other universities, about 40 of them, and that allows them to transfer all their credits.
I chose NCC because they have a nice welding program, their building is fairly new, they make it very easy to just jump in and learn. Coming into welding, I had...
Alright, and welcome back. I think we're ready to get going here. Hot days like today, it's so important to make sure players are safe first and foremost. So just coming out of a water break. There we go, there will be thunder throw-in. Raiders with the throw in. Ball crossed over. It's going to go all the way through and out of bounds for a Thunder goal kick. Is going to go out of bounds here. It will be a Raider throw in. Foul on Carla, the freshman from Lincoln. Really nice attack in there by the Thunder. Having a substitution. Looks like coming in is Elena back into the action as Bailey's going to go take a rest. Be crossed in and nicely taken there by Maria. Maria's going to send it down the field here. Raiders going to take it over. Ooh, that cross is going to go wrong off the foot there for the Raiders as she had a wide open looking net there, but it is going to go out of bounds here for a Thunder goal kick. A little over 14 minutes here left in the opening half. All the scoring happening in the first 10 minutes there for the Raiders as we've eased into the game for the Thunder. Obviously not the start they were looking for, but they have really stepped things up here in the second half of the first half. Been able to keep CCC out of the goal. Had a few good chances on their end as well. That is going to go out of bounds. It's going to be another goal kick. The referee on the far side signals goal kick for the Thunder. Substitution for the Thunder as Alicia Pablo, the freshman from Dune, is going to come in for NCC. pretty clean game so far. Not many fouls. And that's going to be defended out of bounds nicely there by Jenna. As there's a good cross in, and right behind her was a Raider looking to strike on that. So it's going to be the third corner kick for the Raiders, the fourth total in our first half so far, with just over 13 minutes left in this opening half. Hand comes up, cross comes in, and that's going to be, I think the wind kind of got that one a little bit. It's going to go out of bounds on top of the goal. Going to be a Thunder goal kick. So if you're NCC, you definitely obviously don't want to try to give up another one here to the Raiders. If anything, you want to obviously try to get another or get a goal for yourself here to go into halftime with some momentum. But even if they aren't able to get into the back of the net, got to be happy with themselves on stiffening their lip here. And after that first 10 minutes, that flurry from the Raiders, able to keep them out with 12 minutes here left in the opening half. Head coach here for the Thunder is Trey Thomas. The Raiders corner kick is going to come in, and we're going to have a little bit of some hand jostling, and it's going to be a foul on the Raiders. And it will be a free kick for NCC. It must have been something kind of obvious. I think in all of those corner kicks, there's always a little bit of hand jostling going on, so something stood out to our head official here. And that shot on net is going to be handled nicely by Maria Garcia, the freshman from Sioux Center. And she's looking up the field, kind of sending everybody up here, and she's going to, looks like, put the boot to the ball. And that one's going to be headed by the Raiders right back at her. Well, really good hustle there. And I do believe we are going to have a yellow card here for NCC. I believe we're going to have inside the box, so is this going to be a penalty shot? I believe it is going to be a penalty shot for the Raiders. So penalty shot here coming up for the Raiders. Looks like, I believe, let me check that roster. Lois Taylor, the freshman from Newcastle, England, going to step up and take this penalty shot. And she's going to put it down low, bottom left corner, and she is going to extend that lead. Now 5-0 at the 10-minute mark here left in the opening half. CCC able to take advantage of that penalty kick. And obviously got a yellow card, but it was, the right foul. I think she had a wide open opportunity at the net. So you take your chances with the penalty shot. The Raiders able to kind of bury that. Well, obviously able to bury that one home. So 10:23 left in the opening half here. NCC gonna kick this one in. Here we go. That's going to be out of the reach of the Raiders attacker. It's going to be throw in here for the Thunder. To go out of bounds, be another NCC throw in. That's going to be a good stop there for the goalkeeper, Mariah. She's going to hustle up to the front of her box here. Looking to get some things going. She is going to boot it up. Take a high bounce here, and it's going to come down controlled by the Raiders. Oh, some really good defending, but the rebound is going to go out to CCC for goal number 6. 8 minutes left here in the opening half. Take that lead up 6-0 here for the Raiders. Long shot on goal is going to be ate up nicely there by Mariah. Going to have a pushing foul there. I believe it's going to be free kick for the Thunder. Oh, nice shot, nice pass forward there through the Raider defense, but just a little too far out of reach there for number 17, Sophia. But really good idea there by NCC midfield. Oh, sorry about that, folks. That one did go out of bounds by the Raiders. It's going to be Thunder throw-in. Our play-by-play, our NCC play-by-play guy is not feeling so hot today, so you're going to get me on both production and a little bit of play-by-play, so bear with me. My main goal is to make sure you guys are able to see everything. Picture is much better than listening to me. So another NCC throw-in. I believe we're back in action here on Wednesday. Nice center in the middle, just to the Raiders netminder. That is Jenna. Wearing 00. She's going to send that one forward. Then take a big hop over the Thunder defender. It's going to be a foot race to the ball here. And good hustle by the Thunder netminder to be able to kick that one out of danger. Coming up on 5 minutes left here in the opening half. The Thunder trailing by a score of 6-0. That one did go out of bounds last touch off NCC. Raider throw in. A nice defense there. Able to keep that ball at bay. Could have been a dangerous situation there for the Thunder. Just a reminder here at halftime. I'll come right back here. Hold on. Shot on goal is going to go right outside. Really good challenge there by Maria to shrink that net. And the Raiders kick that one out of bounds. Going to be a goal kick. Hang with us here over halftime. We're going to have a conversation with President Dr. John Hartog. He's going to talk to us all things NCC and kind of explain how everything got started and to where we are now to be able to offer soccer here at NCC, along with what the future holds and other possibilities athletically and academically. That one's going to be intercepted by the Raiders. Good defense there by the Thunder. She's going to make the turn. She's going to try to get it upfield, and good hustle coming back there. Thunder able to retain the possession. As right as I say that, the Raiders able to take it over. That one's going to be tipped to the Thunder. So NCC doing a lot of the right things. That one is going to be offsides. NCC doing a lot of good things. I think just the biggest thing is their first touch is just to be coming off a little bit too hard, and which makes it obviously harder to keep control of the ball. And hats off obviously to Central Community College, the Raiders from Columbus, Nebraska, as they've been able to take advantage of some NCC miscues as they're leading by a score of 6-0, which is about 2.5 minutes left here in the opening half of our first of two NCC soccer games. We got the men coming up after the women's action. That's a nice ball up there for the Raiders. We're going to dribble it down the sideline. The cross does come over. And great defense by the Thunder, just a little bit too hard as the Raiders are right there ready to intercept. Going to be 2-on-1 here as NCC is able to win that defensive battle. And this ball is going to go out of bounds, last touch by the Raiders. One of the biggest things too, obviously, with this heat, NCC, I believe I'm counting, I got 4 girls here on the bench compared to the Raiders. Looks like they got a whole nother line change opportunity, depth-wise. So hats off to our NCC Thunder. It's hot out there. It's definitely warm, and then you get on that turf field, and it's, I would say, add 5 to 10 degrees in heat, and it's humid. So under a minute here left without stoppage time in the opening half. We'll see what the referee says for any additional minutes. Nice interception there by the Thunder. Going to be passed forward. Just a little bit too long. Raiders take that one over. And that's going to be tipped out of bounds. 30 seconds and counting here in the opening half. A little bit of urgency by the Thunder. It's going to be a nice fed ball there as the Raiders have number, but great hustle coming back to defend and to kick out of bounds. I believe that's number 3, Caroline Hutchinson from Missouri Valley, is going to force the ball out of bounds for a Raider corner kick as time's set to expire here. We'll see. Nope, no more stoppage time, so that will be our halftime as Central Community College Raiders lead it by a score of 6-0. We'll be back after a couple minutes here. You're watching NCC Soccer.
The instructors here are really nice. The way they teach here is different than a few other colleges as well. We have outside cars, so not just a bunch of trainer cars that everybody works on and you kind of know what's wrong with them already. So we have to go through the full steps of diagnostics and find out what the problem is, and then we fix it.
The heavy equipment program here at NCC is unique in that we actually go out and do real world jobs. Students get hands-on time with the equipment. We cover the maintenance as well as the operation of the equipment, and then we go into the estimating side of things.
I chose NCC because they have a nice welding program, their building is fairly new, they make it very easy to just jump in and learn. Coming into welding I had no experience, so this program and this NCC seems like a good place to start.
We have very good instructors here. They're all well qualified. The courses are going to be the same if you get them here. Difference is it's going to cost you a lot less money. Then we have agreements with lots of other universities, about 40 of them, and that allows them to transfer all their credits.
I chose the NCC CNA course because I just really liked the instructors and the entire NCC community, how welcoming everybody is, and I was able to take it in high school and get it done before I started college.
The new facility here at NCC has been great. You've got every tool you can think of. You're never struggling to find something. Just the facility as a whole has been awesome. It makes the learning a lot more interesting and a lot more hands-on, and it's just been great.
Probably the biggest thing that we do a little bit different than a lot of schools is the live work side of the world. So when we teach our students, we actually, if you look around the shop and see what they're working on, in most cases it's a customer car, and so they get real world application.
Our engineering design program is basically drawing components, manufacturing of the components, and then we get into the inspection of the components. So they got to create it, make it, and inspect it just as they would in industry.
I chose the NCC CNA course because I just really liked the instructors and the entire NCC community, how welcoming everybody is, and I was able to take it in high school and get it done before I started college.
The new facility here at NCC has been great. You've got every tool you can think of. You're never struggling to find something. Just the facility as a whole has been awesome. It makes the learning a lot more interesting and a lot more hands-on, and it's just been great.
Yeah, nice. You somehow found some of my notes, or that you gave me, and then I heart-toggized them.
And welcome back here, Gabe Fuller with Fuller Digital Solutions on behalf of NCC as we wind down our first half of the girls' soccer here. Not quite the half that we wanted, but I know that the girls are going to come out. They definitely stiffened up their lip after that first 10 minutes of furious. CCC went up by a score of 4-0. Then got a couple more with 10 minutes in to get us to 6-0 here. But join with me, President Dr. John Hartog. John, thank you so much for taking the time and coming up with us today. And I was telling everybody here, we're going to talk NCC.
Well, I'm looking forward to that, and thank you for being here, everybody listening in and enjoying this first ever intercollegiate soccer game with us today.
How fun. I mean, the field looks great. The weather is a little hot, but that breeze feels good. I mean, obviously, the girls, they're out there doing their thing. The stands are looking good. They're loud. People are enjoying themselves. What a great day to be NCC.
Absolutely. What a great day to see so many fans out, to be encouraged by those who support the college and the ladies, and beautiful weather. And like you said, just enough breeze so that it doesn't feel overly hot, at least not to those of us who are in the stands. We're not out on the field, of course.
Yeah, hats off to the athletes winding down that first half.
Well, let's go over a few things. Obviously, first and foremost, for everybody listening and watching today, how did we get to the point to get soccer into NCC? How exciting, and how did you guys really do that?
Yeah, what a great question, and I'm really happy to be able to try and take a stab at answering that. So what we're experiencing today really is the result of multiple years of planning, hard work, research, and of course the friends of the college all coming together to support the introduction of intercollegiate team athletics to NCC. So going back a number of years in our strategic plan, we envisioned, and then we did research. We learned from other colleges. Then we here, even at this beautiful field, as you can see here, those of us who are here for the game face-to-face, and we can describe it, but it is an NFL quality kind of turf field, and it is the result, for example, just one illustration of partnership where our heavy equipment program helped prepare the groundwork for the field. We partnered with the local school district and the city of Sheldon, have many donors who stepped forward so that we have this beautiful field and this really state-of-the-art scoreboard, thank you, with all that videography and so forth. So it demonstrates what can happen in a rural setting when everybody comes together and we share the same goal. That is student excellence and just enhancing the experience of all of our students, not just the student athletes, but all of our students at NCC.
Absolutely, and it's one of my favorite parts about living in Northwest Iowa. When we put our minds to something, what we always are able to produce is just that. It's amazing. You're absolutely right. It's not just one person, and it's not, it's the community that comes together, and all the people that you don't necessarily see out front, the people behind the scenes that make this all come to fruition. And like you said, years and years of hard work, and we're able to now see.
Absolutely. Yeah. So going back even to the previous president, Dr. Letha Stubbe, she's the one who worked with the board and with others to set out that vision. And then we had Dr. Greta Geese. She was the previous athletic director, and she put a lot of those plans, those initial plans, into action and so forth. And it's just taking that baton and passing it on to the next and the next, so that NCC can be stronger and we can be stronger for the communities that we serve. So very grateful for all that good work and planning that's gone into what we can experience today, and what a celebratory day for all of us.
Definitely. That's phenomenal. And, even looking into the future, obviously we're very happy with what's going on today, but we're even looking more into the future and always looking to grow and expand. And what you guys are doing, as you mentioned multiple times, not only the athletics, but the academics and what the world looks like and what you guys offer to people looking to try to
absolutely because we are a college, right? Yeah. And our strength, if we were to be on the playing field as a college, our strength, of course, would be those academics. And the college over the last decades has continued to grow. And I think that speaks well of the hard effort of our faculty and staff to deliver a quality product, which in our case is a great education. And you see that in our performance metrics. You see that in the national standing when it comes to our academics. But even just the way the college has grown, for example, this summer, adding our 5th residence hall, Sioux Hall, that came online in July, just in time for the addition of athletics. And although it's not a residence hall only for athletes, that residence hall, Sioux Hall, like all of our other residence halls, is a place for students to come, to live, to grow, to thrive, to be safe, so they can study, and they can go on, graduate, get a really good job, or transfer to a 4-year university. So we're happy about that. We've ramped up with new cafeteria service a year ago. We've been projecting more education, not just here on our main campus at Sheldon, but also at a career academy over in Sioux Center and so forth. So you can just see year after year, because of the good hard work, like you said, that's just the Northwest Iowa way, isn't it?
Yeah.
That we come together and that we realize that together we can do so much more.
And, I was looking at the men's roster for NCC. You are touching around the world. You're giving not just student athletes, but we'll stick with those right now. The student athletes the opportunity to come in to a quote unquote a smaller opportunity to then build themselves up for that next step. They're coming to a brand new more or less from around the globe to come play soccer.
Right.
For NCC, and you guys not only take that, but then what are we going to do after that? You know, there's soccer, there's athletics, but you will then take that athlete and you turn them into what's that next step going to be through a lot of that hard work, and you know, it's just the opportunities you guys have been given is phenomenal.
It is. Of course, a college, it's like it's a human factory where we are preparing people for that next step in their life journey. We're retooling them, we're preparing them, they're growing and as individuals, and that's the case also for our student athletes. As you mentioned, we have ladies who are coming to us from a variety of states and from 1 or 2 foreign countries, but as you mentioned, with the men's team, the last I heard, we have men who are playing on the men's squad from all of the continents of the world except for Antarctica.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, when you say that they're coming from the world, literally they are coming from all over the world to play for NCC.
How phenomenal. That's amazing. In Sheldon, Iowa, beautiful community, and all over the world here they come to show off. You know, we're going to have that game coming up next, obviously, but we got another half of soccer. All the things we're talking about, and people listening, you know, if they want some more information, what would you suggest? What's the steps? Do we need to go online, you know, check you guys out and all the different academic programs?
Right, absolutely. I would say probably the thing to do would be to go online and nwicc.edu, and you'll find our main website, and it's easily accessible. There are pull downs and so forth, drop downs, and people can see all of the different programs that we offer. And again, not to toot our horn too much, but at NCC we are well known for those strong academics, both in the career and technical side of the house and also in the transfer side of the house. So we have a lot to offer, and we are able to offer it because we have so many long-standing, sacrificing, strong, supportive friends of the college, and for that we're grateful.
Awesome. Well, Dr. John, I really appreciate your time over halftime here. I'm not sure if I'm going to get you back for the men's game, maybe at halftime or not.
If you can, I'm available. So I just a shout out to everybody who's listening today. Thank you for standing with your college, Northwest Iowa Community College. Today is a great day for all of us, and so thanks for listening in.
Dr. John, thank you so much, and we'll be back right after this break. You're watching NCC Soccer.
Probably the biggest thing that we do a little bit different than a lot of schools is the live work side of the world. So when we teach our students, we actually, if you look around the shop and see what they're working on, in most cases it's a customer car, and so they get real world application.
Our engineering design program is basically drawing components, manufacturing of the components, and then we get into the inspection of the components. So they got to create it, make it, and inspect it just as they would in industry.
The instructors here are really nice. The way they teach here is different than a few other colleges as well. We have outside cars, so not just a bunch of trainer cars that everybody works on and you kind of know what's wrong with them already. So we have to go through the full steps of diagnostics and find out what the problem is, and then we fix it.
The heavy equipment program here at NCC is unique in that we actually go out and do real world jobs. Students get hands-on time with the equipment. We cover the maintenance as well as the operation of the equipment, and then we go into the estimating side of things.
I chose NCC because they have a nice welding program, their building is fairly new, they make it very easy to just jump in and learn. Coming into welding, I had no experience, so this program and this NCC seems like a good place to start.
We have very good instructors here. They're all well qualified. The courses are going to be the same if you get them here. Difference is it's going to cost you a lot less money. Then we have agreements with lots of other universities, about 40 of them, and that allows them to transfer all their credits.
I chose the NCC CNA course because I just really liked the instructors and the entire NCC community, how welcoming everybody is, and I was able to take it in high school and get it done before I started college.
The new facility here at NCC has been great. You've got every tool you can think of. You're never struggling to find something. Just the facility as a whole has been awesome. It makes the learning a lot more interesting and a lot more hands-on, and it's just been great.
Probably the biggest thing that we do a little bit different than a lot of schools is the live work side of the world. So when we teach our students, we actually, if you look around the shop and see what they're working on, in most cases it's a customer car, and so they get real world application.
Our engineering design program is basically drawing components, manufacturing of the components, and then we get into the inspection of the components. So they got to create it, make it, and inspect it just as they would in industry.
All right, welcome back here as we're just getting ready to get going here for our second half. Once again, big thank you to the president of NCC, Dr. John Hartog. So fun to listen to all the awesome, fun things here going on at NCC. Hats off to all these athletes playing today. It's definitely a toasty one. It's kind of looking at my phone a little bit. We're in a heat advisory. It's I believe 80, oh shoot, I just looked. I want to say 88 degrees here Fahrenheit. And you know that Iowa humidity. So NCC coming out here, getting ready to get going for our second half action. Thank you so much for joining us today, along with everybody in the stands. Don't know if you guys can hear them okay or not, but they've been pretty loud for our Thunder. Raiders leading here 6-0 coming out of half. See what kind of adjustments head coach Trey Thomas for NCC was able to try to help make the women. All right, looks like linesmen are all getting set here. Everybody kind of getting back into the stands once again. Great crowd here for our first season in game for NCC. Oh, there we go. Got one of the men players helping. I think piece of the net kind of fell off its hook there, so able to get that put together. Okay, now we're getting ready to go here. Just a reminder, men's action after this one, as the Thunder once again going to take on the Raiders for the men's side. And away we go here for the second half. Couple nice moves there by the Raiders. Crossed in, that's going to go awkwardly off the foot, out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. So good defense there to get that one out of there. That kind of looked like it had some danger written on it. So the Raiders going to open things up here with another corner kick. Another set piece. Cross comes in, kind of a low one. It's going to be off the chest of the Thunder player, and it will stay Raider ball for a corner kick. That one's a little bit more High rising in. Foot it around a little bit. That's going to be cleared out nicely. But it's going to be sent back in as long shot there for the Raiders is going to go high out of bounds. And I believe we had a collision. We're going to have a stoppage. Hold on. All right, so up to her feet. So sorry, I'm just checking that number here, but she's walking off. I believe that's going to be Jenna. I see it too. Yes, that is Jenna, the freshman from Garner. Hannah Anderson from George, Iowa is going to come in for her. And here we go. All right, a goal kick by the Thunder. Going to go out of bounds off the Raiders. Thunder throw it in, just a little bit over the head, but able to kind of get corral possession there. Great ball forward there for the Thunder. Heavy touch, but able to corral it. And that one is going to go out of bounds. It is going to be a throw-in, but good through ball there. Is able to connect with Sophia, the freshman from Cambridge, Minnesota. Open, I think we might have a... Well, I'm not going to speak too soon here. It is going to be a penalty on the Raiders, but the referee is going to say looks like about 8 inches outside of the box, so not a penalty shot. It was close to me, but we're going to have our first really dangerous opportunity for the Thunder. Carla Yvette looks like she's setting up to take this one. She's going to take a shot, hooking in. Oh, just outside. Really good chance, really good opportunity. Great idea, but it is just going to go out of bounds here for a Raiders goal kick. That was a really good idea, that top right corner. I do not believe Jesslyn, the goalkeeper for the Raiders, was going to be able to catch up to that one. So really good opportunity there for the Thunder. So coming out of halftime, making some good adjustments. A great through ball did end up going out of bounds, and they were able to retain possession a little bit longer than we were able to see in that first half. That one is going to go out of bounds. It'll stay CCC ball. And that is going to go out of bounds. It will be Thunder ball. Throw-in's going to go off of a Raider player. Thunder throw-in. Raiders intercept that with a cross in. Good defense there by NCC. Just a little too hot, not able to corral that one. Nice touch there by the Raiders. Going to get the ball over in the corner. Her cross in is going to get through. Nobody home on the back end. So Raiders going to keep it, going to kick it out and try to move things over to the center. That header is going to be nullified because she was offsides. So offsides there by the Raiders. Raiders visiting today from Columbus, Nebraska for NCC's inaugural game here as they open up their athletics with women's soccer today. Huge day for NCC. Free kick. The Raiders able to win that one off turnovers. Charging out nicely was Maria and able to clear it out for the Thunder. Really good play by netminder Maria Garcia, the freshman from Sioux Center. Throwing for the Raiders. Nice move to get turned there. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. We'll see last touch by the Raiders. It will be a goal kick. So NCC with a goal kick here with a little over 36 minutes left here in the second half. Our Thunder trailing by a score of 6-0. Cross in is going to be kicked out of bounds. It will be a goal kick. So goal kick once again here for the Thunder. Thunder needed to get a little bit more possession time, looking to get more possession time. And get that ball down on the other side of this field a little bit more. There's a through ball. You know, off the turf, I think that ball kind of comes out hot, and after that first bounce really shot forward. So it does go out of bounds. Going to have a penalty on the play. Will be a Raiders free kick. Raiders kind of working it back to then send it up to their forwards. Coming out of her net beautifully, showing some great aggression there. Maria Garcia able to deflect that one out of bounds for a corner kick. But it looked like number 13, I believe number 13, Lois Taylor, had a really good look at the net, but swatted away by Maria. And Little Gingerly Bailey from Missouri Valley. Looks like maybe a little bit of cramps again here, as that's I anticipate to become kind of a factor in the second half of the game. So the substitution coming in here for the Thunder. I believe that's number 12, Hannah Anderson. Corner kick coming in. Nice high ball off of one NCC player. Shot on goal. Just deflected a little wide, but able to stay in possession. Nice clearing there by NCC. That's going to send the ball all the way back to midfield, and they're going to play that one back to Jesslyn Quintero, the goalkeeper from Hastings. And they're going to send that one back up, and I believe they knew they were going to be offside, so the forwards held back. Smart play there by the Raiders. And a turnover. She's going to take the shot, and that one's going to go just high off the over the top crossbar there. Be another goal kick as the Raiders going to substitute. Looks like 3/4 of the team. Get some of their fresh bodies in. As I kind of mentioned in the first half, a lot more depth on that Raiders sideline. So the goal kick. And over the Thunder's head, but they're going to push it forward as the Raiders take possession back. Number 21 here kind of taking it over for the Raiders. And I apologize, I don't have a 21 on the roster. But her shot is going to go off the crossbar out of bounds. Goal kick here for the Thunder. Maybe I read that number wrong here. Give me a second. Yeah, 21. I apologize for that. I don't have her on the roster. So goal kick here for NCC. We send up, headed out by the Raiders. NCC able to take possession as they push it forward just a little bit too hard for Maya. And that ball will stay inbounds. Kind of jostling for possession here. Nice interception there by the Thunder. Right at midfield. Great recovery speed by Hannah Anderson, the freshman from George, to kick that one out of bounds. It looked like Arena Garcia, the sophomore from Fremont, had some open field to look at the net, but some outstanding speed there once again from Hannah to close that play down. It will go out of bounds for a corner kick. Corner sent over the heads of everybody. One bounce. And I believe be a foul there on the Raiders. Before the ball went out of bounds, there was a foul. So Referee's going to give a free kick right there with the goal kick area. Just over 29 minutes left here in the first game for NCC women's soccer. Thank you everybody for joining us today, along with our great crowd on hand supporting our NCC athletes. That one's going to be intercepted by the Raiders, but nicely fought back for. Going to have a shove on the play, so it will be, we'll see here, referee's going to have a chat. Just telling everybody it's calm down a little bit here as Veronica Gonzalez, the midfielder from Omaha, getting a little bit of a talking to. So no cards on the play. Wasn't sure if he was going to reach in or not, but ended up not. And so we have a free kick here for NCC. Good job of making sure nothing gets out of hand here by our official. Nicely played back here to Maria. That one's going to go out of bounds. Last touch here by the Thunder. It's going to go off of Maya Seymour, the freshman from Williston, North Dakota. So throw in here for the Raiders. Good defense by NCC. It's going to go off out of bounds for another Raider throw-in. Good interception by Alicia Pablo. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Raiders. NCC throw in. And they're going to... Oh, I believe an illegal throw. I think she went over her shoulders compared to over her head. So it is going to go back to the Raiders. I think she was just really excited with the opportunity. They had some numbers pushing forward. So... no problem though. That throw-in goes out of bounds. It's going to be NCC ball. So other than a few clicks off the clock, we're going to be back to the NCC throw-in. So NCC obviously stiffening up here in the second half as they trail 6-0, but not letting anything happen as of yet, and having a few good opportunities on their side, but just haven't been able to put that ball away in the back of the net quite yet. The ball's going to be hunted down by the Raiders. It's going to be centered. The shot on goal is going to be low, nicely handled by Maria Garcia, the freshman out of Sioux Center, goaltender for your Thunder. She's going to take her time a little bit here. Take a peek downfield and put the boot to the ball. It's going to be headed off the Raiders. And looks like we're going to have a foul, and I believe we are. Yes, we are going to get a yellow card. That's going to be on number 10, Lily Tilliard from, I believe Essex, England, with the yellow card. I think he's just going to assess that one a dangerous play, as she wasn't connecting with the ball. Got the shin area there of Anna Reyna from Orange City. So free kick to the Thunder with 25 minutes left here in the second half. Great defense there by the Thunder, able to get that one away, and chippy is not the right word, but there's been a lot more kind of body on body here in the second half. And it looks like the Raiders gonna have 5 subs coming in. Looks like their front 5 gonna switch. Nice center there for the Raiders. Not able to handle it cleanly. And that shot is going to go high over the goal with a wide open net. So a missed opportunity there for Kira. You know, if there's one thing I do want to say, Maria Garcia, I love her tenacity as that netminder. And she is aggressive and comes out for a ton of balls, of 50-50 balls. We're going to have a stoppage in play here with 22-ish minutes left here, and they're going to have a water break, so we'll take one with them. Hang with us, everybody. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back here. Currently 86 degrees and feels like 93. And I said earlier, when you get down on that turf, you can add, I would say, about 10 degrees to that. So it's definitely a hot one out there for the women today. So coming out of the water break, I believe it's going to be NCC goal kick, I believe. Yep. Maria Garcia, the freshman goaltender here for the Thunder, kind of limping her way back to her net. As she's played an extremely aggressive game. She's been busy, she's been active, and she's done a very good job. And I know it's 6-0 here, but she's done a very good job at keeping it just that score. She's challenged a lot of 50-50 balls and done a very good job at that. So that one's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be throw in for the Raiders. Nice defense taken over there by Carla Yvette. Excuse me. That cross denied by the Thunder. Going to go back to her. Shot on goal is going to go high, out of bounds. Goal kick. There's another charging Garcia to able to take possession. Oh shoot, I'm sorry I didn't start our clock here. Let me get that updated here for you. We're at 20:18. Okay. There we go. So Raiders with possession here. Oh shoot, they were able to score that one. Really good defense there, as it was 3 different chances and just not able to get the clear cleanly out. So the Raiders add to their lead at the 20-minute left here, the mark. Just a reminder, we will have the boys action coming up after this one. It is on another video, a thumbnail, a different broadcast here. It'll be on the same YouTube channel. I'm sorry, it was hard to see that. I thought it went out on the side of the net, but that did go through right under the body of Maria Garcia, and Raiders able to add to their lead once again. And I do have to say, you know, it's NCC kind of looking, you know, it's hot. It's definitely hot, and you know, just not near the numbers that the Raiders have. So depth kind of coming into play at this point, but still 20 minutes left here. Looking for our first goal in our inaugural season for the Thunder. Let's see if the girls can get that. That one pushed away by Maria. Follow-up chance went over the goal for the Raiders. Maria kind of nursing a leg injury, and I believe she got it on one of those 50-50 balls early in the first half. So, you know, really toughing through some pain out there and trying to stay mobile and loose. she was able to pop up, and I know, at this point you want to make sure everybody stays safe, but you try to take these athletes out, and they just do not want to. So NCC pushing forward. That one beautifully crossed in the middle, just a little over the head of the Thunder player, and the goalkeeper for the Raiders able to clear that to midfield. And with a full steam on the attack is Lois once again here for the Raiders. Gonna have a few hand jostling here, and they are gonna get Lois with the penalty, so free kick for NCC. And they're going to play that one back, and she is offsides. So it's going to be a free kick for the Thunder. With 17 and a half-ish minutes here left in the game. That one played forward out of the reach of Carla Yvette. Great challenge coming out, Ms. Maria Garcia. Is able to keep that one out of bay. And that's going to be a handball on the Raiders. So NCC here with the free kick. As we're going to stop the clock here for a substitution as Carly Yvette kind of cramping up here for the Thunder. And NCC here with the free kick. Going to be intercepted by the Raiders. Long shot on goal is going to bounce harmlessly into Maria. She's able to scoop that one up. That's going to go out of bounds, Thunder ball. Going to have a substitution on the play. A little over 15 minutes here left in the opening game of the season for the Thunder. That's going to go out of bounds. Thunder throw in. That one's going to be shot on, and it will be a goal for the Raiders. So with just a little over 12 minutes left in the game here, Raiders able to add another one to their tally and leading by a score of 9-0. So a very good Central Community College Raider team comes into town and able to ruin NCC's opening day for the women's side of things. But on the positive note, what you do here is you forget about this one, you move on, and we come back at it on Wednesday. Short memory. That one's going to be shot on and deflected out and bounced down and able to be controlled here by Maria with 11:39 and counting left in the game. That one's going to be intercepted by the Raiders. Pushed out wide. It's going to be intercepted, but it will go to a Raider player. Charging out is Maria, and she's able to gain control. And she's working on about one good leg, it looks like, as she's kind of hobbling around and fighting through a hurt leg. And that's going to be a whistle on the Raiders for a free kick here for the Thunder. And I believe got a player down here. just a little cramping up once again here for the NCC. That was Dora, the sophomore from Livno, Bosnia, and she's going to go take a seat. Going to go on the sideline and stretch out. Try to get those cramps out of there. Really nice shot there, taken by Sophia, but able to cleanly get that one as Jesselyn, the netminder for the Raiders. But a good shot on goal there. That thing had some steam behind her. That one sent a little too far forward for Sophia. It's going to go out of bounds. Goal kick here for the Raiders. A little over 9 minutes left here in this game. We're going to have a whistle. Going to be a free kick here for the Thunder. One set in nicely from Jenna, but it is going to be handled cleanly, and the Raiders come the other way. Another foul on the play here. It's going to be Thunder free kick. Jenna gets knocked to the ground, pops up, asks the refs, is it our free kick? So Thunder free kick here with under just over 7 minutes here to go in the game. And the Raiders going to be called offsides here. So NCC going to get the free kick. And we are going to get a yellow card here. We're going to stop time. We're going to get a yellow card booking Reina Garcia, the sophomore from Fremont. And I believe the ref had held his finger up twice, so he must have let her gotten away earlier with a push, but not this time. So with 6 minutes left here in the game, we've got a booking and a free kick for the Thunder. That's going to be fed in, and charged out was Jesselyn Quintero to eat that one up, and away the Raiders go the other way. And that one pushed forward, and it was onside. That one's going to be in for goal number 10 for Central Community College. That's going to go out of bounds off Thunder. It will be a Raider throw-in. Great defense from Hannah Anderson, the freshman from George. And that shot on goal is going to harmlessly go out of bounds for a goal kick with a little over 4 minutes left here in the game. Don't forget to join us here on Wednesday the 28th. Women kick it off here at 2 o'clock as they host Lake Superior College. And we'll be right here with them to bring you all the action. That throw-in's going to go out of bounds off the Thunder, so it will be a Raiders throw-in. You're watching Thunder Soccer on NCC Network. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Just a reminder, after this one, we will have the boys' action as they take on the Central Community College Raiders, and in this doubleheader on this beautiful Saturday. Some fancy footwork by the Raiders. Shot on goal is going to hit the post. It did hit the post, and it came back off of a NCC player. Okay, NCC player, and we're going to have a corner kick. It's kind of a bang-bang play right there. Really fancy footwork there, and nicely able to turn in such tight quarters. The shot on goal hit the post, and then came back and hit an NCC player and went out of bounds, and a corner kick with a little over 2 minutes left here in the game. Hand up, corner kick inbound, low bender. It's going to go off the Raiders' body. Will be a goal kick. So NCC going to fall their opener. But once again, they quick, short memory. Then they come back in action here on Wednesday hosting Lake Superior. Goal kick ball. The goal kick into play. Intercepted by the Raiders. That one's deflected off of a Thunder defender. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Throw in for the Raiders. As time winding down, that one's going to be shot on. And taking control is Maria Garcia. As she just might hold on to it here for a while. Now she will put it into play. NCC on the attack. Centering ball is not able to connect, and we're going to have a penalty shot. We're going to have an NCC penalty shot with 30 seconds left in the game here. And who's stepping up? I think that's going to be Dora, the sophomore from Linvo, Bosnia, going to take this, I believe. So let's see if the NCC can put up the first goal on this historic day. All right, everybody set here for the NCC penalty shot. The kick is, and it's going to be in for the score. We got an NCC Thunder goal. But there it is, folks. The first one on this historical day for the NCC Thunder. Number 15, Dora, with the first goal of NCC's history. That's just an absolute great play. Going for it, able to draw the penalty and sink the penalty shot and get the Thunder on the scoreboard. Nice save there by Maria, and the deflection goes to the Raiders, and she's going to be able to fall on that, and that is going to end up being the end of the game here. But let's take our silver lining as NCC able to get on the scoreboard in their first game of the NCC Thunder Women's Soccer Program. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us once again. We'll be shooting over to our men's link here. Find it on the same YouTube channel. This was NCC Thunder Women's Soccer. I'm Gabe Fuller. I'll see you on the men's side.